So I have finally fixed my microphones. Went and got a new set today, exchanged them out. So I have those now, so everything should sound a little bit better. But tonight, I have right here my patch panel that's going to go where it's cut out. I know you can't really tell, but where that piece is cut out, this roof's not actually on, it's just sitting there right now, but the patch panel's for right here. So I got it where I want to cut it, which is this outer line, and that's because I'm going to be using these, which as you can see, they're offset, and that's to basically when I'm going to be gluing these, I'm not welding them. When you use that, it gives you just enough of a room to set a body panel on top of another and it be perfectly smooth. So I did it like a test on here, and you can kind of see like how much of an offset there is, and I did it in another spot right here. You can kind of see like where it was sit. So this will sit on top of the other body panel. So, and the only reason I'm using that is because I'm gluing it. If I was welding it, I'd just butt them up together, but I'm going to be gluing it because it's you won't warp the panels, you don't have to worry about that, and it's just as strong. So that's what I'm going to be using. So now I'm just going to go ahead and cut this thing out and mock it up, make sure everything's going to fit, trim it if need be, and then I'm hopefully going to be gluing it tonight. I just picked up some big clamps to hold it on there, so yeah, so that's what I'm going to work on tonight. Hopefully I can have that glued so that way I can finish up the work on that on Friday or so, and then hopefully paint this inside on Sunday. That's the plan, paint this thing, the inside of this on Sunday, so I'm gonna hop right on into it. So actually, as I was looking at this, I realized that this one right here is actually from a little test roll of my bead roller I used, and that comes out a hell of a lot smoother than that does. The only problem is I don't have a stand for my bead roller yet, but I do have this stand right there, and I think what I'm gonna do is pop that grinder off, drill another hole in it, and bolt my bead roller to that and run around the edge of this. I feel like that'll get me a little bit closer and a little bit smoother so I don't have to do as much work to it. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna dig that out real quick, drill another hole, and see if it'll work or not. Hopefully it does. Hopefully that thing's not too top heavy because the stand's not too big on the bottom. So I'm gonna actually drag that out and try that first. Look at that. Yeah, look at that. Just by drilling one hole. That bottom one was the one I had to drill. Now I got a working bead roller. So awesome. That's what I'm going to use instead of these things. And this is why. I will do a test panel right now and show you. Okay. So we're just going to use this one by example. But basically, pick up on that. And let's say I have a line there. You're going to kind of smush it together and then start. I don't think I'm deep enough. Yeah, and then you're going to start rolling it. And you'll follow your line however you see fit, whether you got to go like that or turn it, whatever the case is. But for me, I'm going to be going straight. So then basically, you do your piece, pull it out, and I might have to go a tiny bit deeper, but as you can see, it moved it, like kind of offset it, so all the way around you can see it. So I think I'm gonna try this side a little bit better. I'm gonna go a little bit more though. more defined. So put a nice crease in it. Now obviously I'm going to want to do this backwards. I'm going to want to do it like this from the inside of the panel. Yeah. Yeah. So that's all it does. It just offsets it a little bit. So this will sit with, I don't have another piece of metal, but another piece of metal right there. Or, you know, all the way down it. So I think I'm going to use this instead. So now that I've got that figured out, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give that a little cut. All right. Move this stuff. Jesus, that almost pissed me off. You can't get better than this. Look at the way that lines up. Oh man. That's what I like to see. Same over here. Absolutely perfect. That's what I love to see. Yeah. Feels good on the inside. And that feels good on the inside. So I'm just going to mark out the opposite side as well on the inside where I'm going to have to bead roll, because I think I have to bead roll from with the outside facing up, I think. So I'm going to double check on this piece again just to make sure, but I believe that's how it's supposed to be. Then grind it all up, squirt some glue on it, clamp her down, and it's good to go. So I'm going to just do a couple more things, make sure. I'll bead roll it, and then we're gluing it up. So Alright, so as you guys can see a little bit, I know I'm sure it's kind of hard to see on camera, but it raised that lip up just enough to where it should sit really nice right on that body panel. I'm going to test fit it real quick and just see what it looks like and go from there. Perfect amount. Alright, we're going to run it through one more time. Wrong way. Almost went the wrong way. A little bit better. Try that. So I got this piece in here, and what I'm going to do now is kind of clamp it down, start clamping it, making sure everything's good. And once I know that that is set, then I can go ahead and grind it down to bare metal where it's going to seal, and then put my glue on it and go ahead and glue it down. So I'm going to do that real quick and go from there. So I got these nice clamps to go fit nicely around this. So I'm going to go ahead and undo those clamps and start clamping this down, making sure everything's going to line up exactly the way I want it, and I'll go from there. So I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick, and then as long as everything's good, we'll grind away down to bare metal, put some glue on it, and we'll be good to go. So bear with me. Alright, so I got this thing the way I want it. Got it pressed in. Looks good. I like it. Looks good from the inside. Going to be a nice, clean, even transfer between the two. So now I'm going to take it back off. I got everything marked exactly where I got to put it. I'm going to take everything back off and grind the edges and get ready to apply glue, and then put it back on, stick it back down, and then I'm going to let it sit for a couple days to let it dry. So yeah, it turned out really good, so I like that. So, and then I'm going to test fit the roof and see how that goes. So yeah. So I'll be back once I get that ready to be glued. So in the process of me getting ready to do this, I realized I forgot a very important piece to order, and that is the piece that continues along here, runs across the front to catch that side. I don't have that. I somehow managed to not order that piece. I don't know what I was thinking, but now I can't even put the roof on until that comes in. I actually literally just ordered it, so it hopefully should be here in a week or so. That's really unfortunate. I don't know what I was thinking. Who knows, but it's on its way. It's coming, so it'll be here shortly. But anyway, I'm going to get back on this, get that piece in, because I can't do anything unless that's in. So go ahead and do that now. So like I said, just going to grind up this whole area right here, right where that glue is going to sit. Do the same thing on the cab, put a bead of glue either on this or the cab. I think I'm going to put a layer on this and a layer on the cab just so it really smears out, so that way I can take my finger and kind of put a nice edge on it, or a nice seal them both together so it's less body work I have to do. So this what you want it to look like, all bare metal all the way across, otherwise this stuff will not work very well. So keep it bare metal on both sides, both this side all the way around where you're going to be gluing, and this side all the way around where you're going to be gluing. So now I'm going to go ahead and get my glue out, put a bead on that, put a bead on that, stick it together, clamp it down, good to go. So I'm going to hop right into that. Alright, so this stuff's called 8115. You need a special little handgun for it, you know. Yeah, this is what I'm using, and it comes with a couple tips because you're not going to use all of this in one go. So, but I'm going to go ahead, this thing self mixes it. I'm going to go ahead and do this one, I'll do that one, I'll get it set up there, clamp down, and then I'll smear it out on the inside. I'll show you guys what it looks like when it's once it's together, and then I'll pick it back up tomorrow. I'll show you guys what it looks like tomorrow and how it turned out when I pull the clamps off and everything. So. So that is what it should look like. Nice bead all the way around. So I'm gonna go ahead and set this thing up there, get it pinched down real quick, so that way it's got plenty of time to set. Bingo. Shut up. Huh?
Was it getting dark out when you were still pulling that trailer?
No, I've been home for a while.
I was gonna say, was it a lot more visible now?
I mean, you can see it a lot better, that's for sure, but
Were all the lights on?
yeah.
That's what I wanted to know. I didn't realize you were going to Hardwood Freight today. I would have had you return that box, wouldn't you?
I didn't know you needed a box returned.
Yeah, that one I bought for the trailer, that was too small. Shh. Take the dogs out when you come in.
Alright. Alright, and another good way to get this to kind of kick off is put a little heat on it, and it'll start to dry it up, which is what I'm going to do because there's a part of it that's I'm going to have to kind of push down on a little bit. clamped down, ready to go. I wish I had one more clamp to go right here, but these two are holding it with the wood pretty well. But this is what the inside looks like. So you can barely even tell that I just put a panel in there, besides the fact that there's clamps on it and there's some glue. And you want it to smear out, like I said, so you can smear it in the seam, make it look real nice. So you can barely even tell that I just put a patch panel in there. And the only way you're going to know is if you were to ever take the roof off again, which I don't ever plan on doing, you would see this little lip right here. But I'm not concerned about that because obviously there's going to be a roof being put on top of it, so that's not that big of a deal. So, but that's in. That's what I wanted to get done. That's in. It's good. It looks great. The inside looks really good. Let me see if I put my light on. It might. Yeah, so see, you can't even really tell that I just put a panel in there, and you'll never be able to tell once this thing's, you know, the bodywork's actually done in there and whatnot. So turned out really good. I like it a lot, so I'm happy with that. So I think I'll probably wrap this video up here and leave it at that. And I'll probably be back out here come Friday. Hopefully, I'm hoping that other panel shows up relatively quick. I was hoping to have the roof on this weekend too, but without that panel, I really can't do anything. So I'm kind of out of luck with that one. But I mean, as long as I get to paint the inside of it, I'll be happy. So anyway, wrap that up there. Thank you guys for watching. If you haven't seen the rest of the videos on this thing, go check them out. And if you are here still, be sure to continue watching, because it seems as though I continue working and working and working, and it's getting closer, closer, closer. It's not even close to being done, but it's getting closer. So anyway, I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.